Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook. And how are you today? So what's new? What's hot? What's happening? I'm waiting. Oh, I guess I'm just talking to you today. Okay, so if you bring up low carb, high fat, and keto food plans, you will hear so many schools of thought that like your head could just about spin. And today I listened to a woman. I just had to write down a thought that I had on my walk for another podcast. And today I was listening to a woman. Her name is Patricia Daily. And she had ocular cancer of something, the whole eye system. And the steps that she took, and she now counsels people, and she does a low-carb, high-fat keto plan. And in her plan, as she was trying to heal and make the tumor shrink and all the things that you would do if you had cancer, she got down to 12 carbs, 12 net carbs a day. And I was walking, so I couldn't see it, but it was on the Keto Summit. And so she was showing pictures of foods that she had. And she said, trust me, there's plenty of veggies that you can have with only 12 net carbs per day. And then she said, even fruit, I'm not sure. But she does have 2 cookbooks out, a collaboration with a chef, and then one on her own, I guess. And she wishes that she had these 2 books when she was first diagnosed, because there was nothing out there and she had no idea how she was supposed to eat, what she was supposed to eat, the amounts of what she was supposed to eat, and all of that good stuff. So anyway, her name is Patricia Daily, and she spent the first few years of her life in Germany. And now she's in Ireland with an Irish brogue and everything. So it's really good to hear, but 12 net carbs. Now, when you listen to things like Keto Adaptation Facebook page and other keto advocates, they all say 20 grams or less. Then another school of thought is there's no such thing as net carbs. If you're having, say, 50 grams of carbs, and say there's 20 grams of fiber in it, a lot of us, me included, would subtract the 20 from the 50 and have a 30 net carb day. There's a lot of advocates that say, no, it's 50 grams of carbs. You don't do any subtracting. So take it from where it comes from and do what you do. If you're happy with how your weight loss is progressing, keep doing what you're doing. You're your own experiment. That's what basically Patty, I think they call her, Patty was saying, because, who else has what she has? And she says, I turned a lot of things over to the experts, meaning doctors. And the person interviewing her said, what do you mean expert? You're an expert on your own cancer of your own body. And she says, well, yes, I suppose I am. And, you're the expert of your body, of what you can have. And somebody private messaged me that on their food plan they can have 5 or 6 fruits a day, and it doesn't impact their low carb, high fat food plan. And I commented back that you're lucky. I think that I'm lucky with the veggies, because I have I was going to say a boatload of them, but it's really more like a bowl of them at night. It's the Fiesta pasta dish, ironically. And I load it up with veggies and coconut oil and a tablespoon of Kerrygold. And then I put my 4 ounces of protein on it, and I'm just purring. I'm just the 4th cat in the house, I am. And I love it. And then sometimes for lunch, somebody was asking me, or actually complimenting me, about my food plan and how it seems something. It was on the Facebook page. That it actually seemed more healthy than others because I was having veggies. And it's like, it's what works for me. I'm not telling you to eat all these veggies or not, or eat all these fruits or not. I'm usually sharing my experience and how it's working for me, maintaining the weight that I'm at, and which is important, of course. So anyway, sometimes for lunch, it's strictly protein and fat with my little bowl of organic berries, 2 to 3 ounces. But other times I will include things like the roasted asparagus left over from cooking on the big green egg, which I think will be today, or I'll have an omelet with something like organic spinach leaves and organic sliced mushrooms to add to it. And then other times it's just purely things like yogurt with the 2 tablespoons of cashew butter or almond butter, or even peanut butter, which is not really a nut butter, but it's a legume butter that I have legume butter. That's a funny name, isn't it? I put that on my boat. So the schools of thought that we are bombarded with, I mean, think of it in the standard American diet. If you think we're bombarded with do this, no, don't do that, buy these strips, no, just get a glucometer, all these things that we're encouraged to do. Just think of the standard American diet. You know, eat this cereal, no, eat this cereal, have this bread, no, have this, you know, eat this pasta, it's high protein, or it's, you know, low carb, or it's gluten-free, which spikes your blood sugar even more if you do some research and pecking about it. So all these sort of different things. So schools of thought are the opinion and the experience of the person sharing them, and thus will remain so. And maybe you will follow this person and say, I like the way they do it. And other times you will say, you know, I disagree with some things, but not everybody. It's not all black and white. And even low carb, high fat keto can have a lot of gray areas in it, as we hear, as we find for ourselves. And I was totally surprised to see how many carbs things like butternut squash has in it, and kind of disappointed. But is it going to stop me from having it? I'm still having it. In fact, I'm steaming some butternut squash right now in my Instant Pot because I'm going to make a butternut squash soup that has cream cheese in it. And I think that cream cheese is the je ne sais pas of this soup. And one of my little pickles gave it to me, the recipe. So just know that there's going to be a gazillion schools of thought with whatever food plan that you're on, be it high-fat, low-carb, keto, Weight Watchers, how many carbs to have, what's a safe carb, is a sweet potato something I can have a few times a week? What about overnight oats that Hungry Girl is always talking about? What's the difference between steel-cut oats and Scotch oats, and can I even have them? Or gluten-free cereals that Bob's Red Mill has that I see in the store that look very, very tempting to me. What kinds of things can you have? Even Dave Asprey talks about sugar doesn't affect him as much as they say it might. And so there's a tons of school of thought that you can find for free, all these differing opinions and way to do it, and no, don't do that. But you need to pay attention to your body. This is a lifelong experiment, and you will be tweaking your food plan, tweaking what's in your pantry and in your fridge and in your freezer for a lifetime. You know, you can set an amount of carbs that you're going to have, or net carbs, and go with that and fit it in, because it's a nice structured, strict guideline that could help a lot of people. Another bunch of people say, have as many grams as what you want to weigh in a day, and then the 20 grams of carbs and whatever the rest is in protein. You know, I stick with the 4 ounces or less with my dinner meal, and my lunch meal, it's going to be something like an egg or a yogurt. Rarely is it an animal protein. So, you know, we each have a drum. We're each learning how to play our set of drums, because our set of drums is each different item that we take from somebody, the takeaway from this expert or that person that shared it and they've been successful with their weight loss. You know, sometimes peer to peer is the most educating of all food plans when you listen to a peer, a person that's done it, versus listening to a highly technical, scientific backed doctor that has you like, what are you talking about? Triglycerides and ketones and all these sort of things. I just want to eat lunch and dinner healthy. You know? You know what I'm saying? And look at 12-step programs. It's peer to peer. And it's incredibly successful. And it's 60 or 70 years old. And, you know, that's where I got my background of structure and discipline with my addict, my food addict, Ms. Slick, that lives right here or in the passenger seat of my car and is always trying to get the wheel. She's something. I have to pay it. It's enough just to have to drive her to the store to go shopping with me because she wants to put all these items in the cart like a 3-year-old at the checkout with the candy, right? Or a teenager at the checkout with People magazine with teen mom marriage pictures all over it. And yes, I did read it in line, I admit. So, all the schools of thought are going to play into how you do your particular significant, like no other, unique food plan. And honor it. I honor it, right? Just be careful. You need to become an expert label reader, not the front of the package, the back of the package, as Paulette found with her olive oil with the canola in it. Shame on them, right? And those sometimes are some of the losses that we have to experience as we grow knowledge in our food plan. But it's a lifetime experience, and that's how it rolls. And I accept that, and I love that part. Always learning, never getting something and saying, this is my box. Everything that I know fits in this box, and I don't need anything else in the box. Thank you very much. Mine is a cage with holes in it, and there's stuff that's flowing in and flowing out, and I just have to pay attention to what it is that I'm doing. Take what you need and leave the rest, as they say in 12-step programs, and your food plan will make you shine, make you lose, make you maintain, make you healthy, make all your labs the sort of labs that you're proud of and you want to post on Facebook. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food. Bye-bye for now.